Hello and welcome to our podcast. I'm so excited to have a special guest with us today. Please welcome my friend Sarah.
Thank you for having me on the show.
So, Sarah, how have you been lately? Any exciting news to share?
Actually, yes. I recently got a promotion at work and I'm really looking forward to taking on more responsibilities. How about you? Anything new happening in your life?
That's awesome, congrats on the promotion. As for me, I've been keeping busy with work and also trying to find some time to relax. But enough about us, let's dive into today's topic: introverts or extroverts.
Yes, I find this topic so interesting. I consider myself more of an introvert, but I know that both personality types have their own strengths and weaknesses.
Sarah, you mentioned that you consider yourself more of an introvert. Can you tell us more about what being an introvert means to you and how it affects your daily interactions with others?
Being an introvert for me means finding peace and recharge when I'm alone. I do struggle with social interactions at times, and I find it hard to connect with new people. It takes a OT for me to open up and feel comfortable sharing my thoughts and feelings. But at the same time, when I do have a good connection with someone, I can talk for hours and really enjoy the conversation.
It's interesting to hear your perspective on this. How long do you think you can go without talking to people before you start to feel the need to connect with someone?
I can go for quite a while without talking to people, especially if I'm busy with work or hobbies. But eventually, I do start to feel the need for some form of social interaction. It's during those times that I really appreciate having my parents or colleagues to talk to. It's hard for me to find good friends that I feel comfortable opening up to, so I often turn to them for support.
Do you see yourself staying as an introvert for the rest of your life, or do you think you might want to become more extroverted in the future?
I've been an introvert for a long time, and it's been a comfortable way for me to navigate the world. But as I get older, I do find myself wanting to have more meaningful connections with others, especially with potential partners. I think in the future, I would like to work on being more extroverted so I can feel more confident and at ease in social situations, especially when it comes to forming relationships with others.
It's interesting to hear how your introvert journey began at such a young age. Usually, people tend to become more extroverted as they enter adulthood. How do you feel about that?
Well, I'm currently 24 years old, and I would say my introvert journey started around the age of 15, just before I graduated from school. It was a challenging time for me as I changed schools and lost touch with all my friends. Not only was I in a new school, but I was also in a different cultural environment, which made it even harder for me to feel comfortable.
Did you find it difficult to connect with others in your new school back then?
Looking back, I think I was struggling to adapt to the new environment. At 15, I didn't really take the time to understand myself, but now I realize that I probably just didn't feel like connecting with my classmates, and perhaps they felt the same way. I was also still learning the local language, which added an extra layer of difficulty. Breaking out of my shell was definitely a challenge.
What about after you graduated from school? Did anything change for you?
After graduation, I applied to university and started living independently in the university campus. That's where I met two of my closest friends, and we ended up living together throughout our time in university. During that period, I felt more extroverted than introverted, thanks to the support of my friends. However, once we graduated, we went our separate ways, with them moving to different countries. Now, I find myself back in my introverted ways, but I still keep in touch with them through messages from time to time.
So you felt more extroverted during your university years when you were living with friends. Do you think that the presence of those friends helped you come out of your shell a bit more?
Definitely. Having those friends around me in university really made me feel more comfortable and confident in social situations. We would go out together, attend events, and just have fun, which helped me break out of my introverted tendencies. But now that we've all graduated and gone our separate ways, I find myself defaulting back to my introverted ways.
It's great that you were able to experience being more extroverted during that time. And it's totally normal to revert back to introversion when your social circle changes. It sounds like you have the capability to be both introverted and extroverted, depending on the situation. Do you think you'll actively work on becoming more extroverted in the future, or are you comfortable with your current balance?
I think I'll definitely try to work on being more extroverted in the future, especially as I look to form new connections and relationships. It may not come as naturally to me as being introverted, but I think it's important for personal growth to step out of my comfort zone. Plus, I miss the feeling of being more outgoing and sociable like I was in university. So, I'm definitely open to challenging myself and pushing myself to be more extroverted in the future.
I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to subscribe so you never miss out on future English learning content. Stay positive, keep practicing, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.